Hi everybody, I hope that you are all still keeping well, that you are looking after yourselves. I hope that you managed to enjoy the weather this weekend, that you managed to get outside if you were practicing obviously those social distancing rules, and that one exercise a day that we all can do to get outside our homes, or if like me I went out into the back garden and hung out with my children for a little bit to make the most of the sunshine, and long may that sunshine last, because it just makes everyone feel a little bit better. So at the council, Somerset West and Taunton have been working with our partner councils, so with the other 3 district councils in Somerset, along with the county council, and together we have launched a phone number, so that there is one phone number that you can ring if you have got any queries with regards to the coronavirus, in the fact that you're needing support, whether that is emotional support, whether you're needing prescriptions collected, whether you are needing just a bit of emotional support, because I understand it's really difficult for lots of people out there. There's lots of uncertainty, so you can ring that number, which is 0300 790 6275. Give that number a call. That's being manned by council colleagues from across the area of Somerset, and they will look to guide you or put you in touch with someone who could look to support you during these difficult times. I hope that that number will be used by many of you if you haven't got support in your local area. I'm still very grateful for all the voluntary groups that are set up and run throughout our districts. I've heard great stories coming in, both from Minehead, from Roadwater, from Watch It, all the way through into Central Taunton, and the large group there of over 12,000 people that have come together to support in the subgroups. It's phenomenal what the local community has done. We can't do it without those voluntary groups, whether that's the village agents, whether it's the health and wellbeing, or whether it's just you as residents looking after your neighbours. We at Somerset West and Taunton Council have an employee numbers of around 550 people, but that would never be enough to support the great need that is within our local community at the moment. So for us to support each other, it is phenomenal the work that has come together. And like myself, who is supporting those in my local community, helping to organise prescription requests, shopping requests, we can only do this because you as residents are helping each other, whilst we continue at a council level to pick up the most vulnerable in our communities, and to signpost and provide support where it is needed. With that, Somerset West and Taunton Council have started ringing out to residents. We're aiming to do around 1,000 calls a day, so that we can make sure that everyone is doing okay in this crisis, and look to see how we can support you further. So if you do receive a call from us, it is us calling, and we're wanting to make sure that you are doing okay. So I've spoken there about the positives that has come about through this horrible crisis, and the fact that the community is really pulled together and has looked to support those around it. Sadly, over the past week to 10 days, one of the realities of the situation has had to be worked on through the district councils and the county council, which is to plan for excess deaths. That is a sad topic for any of us to have to talk about, for any of us to have to plan for, which is one of the reasons why this social distancing and following that guidance to stay in where you can, to only go out for essential shopping, so that we really can look to protect the most vulnerable and stop the spread of this, so that we can limit the number of deaths that happen within our district. However, as a council, we have needed to plan for that situation. So over the weekend, there was a photo that has been going around social media with regards to work that is happening at our cemetery, which is part of the crematorium in Taunton. That photo that was taken was true. We have had to look to prepare the site, which is why I asked for it to close as of Monday, so that we can look to prepare some burial plots should there be those sad deaths that happen. What I do want to say to people, though, is that we want to ensure, though, that throughout this crisis, should those tragic things happen to families, so if you lose loved ones during this time, we will look to ensure that dignity remains throughout that whole process for you, so that we will look to support you where we can, because it is horrible what you are going to go through. But it is to make sure that everyone is aware that us as a council are having to prepare, should it arise, that additional deaths take place, that we are prepared for that situation. So that is the reason why we have started those preparations, which you can see from the roadside on Wellington Road. But again, perhaps it's a stark reminder to us all that we all need to take care of ourselves, take care of our loved ones, and stay safe and stay home.